Om Shanti, 28th April 1982. Bap Dada is seeing all the great renunciate children who have renounced everything. Bap Dada is seeing which children are attaining this great fortune and have come so close. He is pleased to see such close, such equal, elevated, and complete renunciate children. What are the specialities of the children who are complete renunciates, on the basis of which they come close and become equal? With the last words in the corporeal form, Baba related three specialities. First, although corporeal, to be constantly incorporeal in thoughts and to be souls who are constantly detached and loving to the Father. Second, to be constantly egoless in words, that is, to have spiritual sweetness and humility. Third, to be viceless in action, in all the physical senses, that is, to have the personality of purity. So, be a great donor and a bestower of blessings through all your physical senses. Through your forehead, be a bestower of blessings and a great donor and remind everyone of their original form. With the spiritual drishti, through your eyes, grant everyone a vision of their original home, the land of liberation and of their sovereignty, liberation in life. Give them a glimpse of their kingdom or a signal of the path through your drishti. Give souls a blessing to have such an experience that they feel that is their real home and kingdom, that they feel they have found the way home and the way to attain their kingdom. Having received such a great donation and blessing, they should become constantly cheerful. From your words, they should clearly understand the expansion of the Creator and the creation and attain the blessing of becoming the first creation of the Creator, the elevated Brahmins who have become deities. Similarly, with your hands, become a bestower of blessings, who give others the blessing of becoming constantly easy yogis and karma yogis, who perform elevated actions and attain elevated fruit. With your lotus feet, follow the Father at every step and give the blessing of accumulating an income of multi-millions at every step. Become a bestower of blessings who give a special experience through each of your physical senses, which means to lead a viceless life. These three specialities will be clearly visible in one who is a complete renunciate. A complete renunciate soul will never perform any action under the slightest influence of any of the vices. You have been told earlier of the form of the royal trace of vices. The gross form of vices has finished, but a trace of it in the royal form still remains. You do remember this, do you not? The language of the Brahmins has become royal. That expansion is now very long. I am correct, or I am right. There are many such words of royal language that you use to justify yourself. There are also many royal words for hiding your own weaknesses and creating an expansion of revealing and clearly showing the weakness of others. This too is a big dictionary. That is not the reality. But in order to prove yourself right or in order to justify your weaknesses, the words of your own dictates are used. All of you know this expansion very well. A complete renunciate never has such language in which there is a slightest trace of any of the vices. To be constantly beyond the slightest trace of vice in your thought, word, and deed is known as being a complete renunciate, one who renounces all traces of it. A complete renunciate always has the speciality of being a world benefactor. He is constantly a bestower, a child of the bestower, and filled with the feeling of wanting to give to others. He wouldn't say that only if the other one does it or only if the situation changes or the atmosphere changes will he do something. To do that is to be someone who takes the support of others before he performs a benevolent task. That is, to be someone who first takes and then gives, to take cooperation first and then give. Therefore, that is both giving and taking at the same time. However, a complete renunciate is the master bestower and constantly considers himself to be responsible for bringing benefit to transform situations. For many weak ones, powerful, using his own powers to transform the atmosphere and attitude. He always thinks in every situation of giving the great donation and blessing of his cooperation and powers. He doesn't say, when this happens, I will do it. No, he is a master bestower and, with the pure feelings of bringing about transformation, continues to carry out the task by using his powers. That is, of giving to others, I have to give, I have to do this, I have to change, I have to be humble. Those who take the initiative in this are Arjuna. That is, they have the speciality of being a bestower. A complete renunciate is one who is always an embodiment of virtues. To be an embodiment of virtue means to be virtuous and also see virtues in everyone. When someone is an embodiment of virtues, his vision and attitude will be complete with virtues so that with his vision and attitude he will only see the virtues of others. While seeing and understanding defects, his intellect will not imbibe anyone's defect. That is, he will not keep them in his intellect. He is a holy swan in this way. Even while recognizing stones, he doesn't pick them up. In fact, with the power of virtues he has attained, he will try to remove the defects of other souls and help them to become virtuous, because he has the sanskars of being a master bestower. A complete renunciate considers himself to be responsible in every task: the task of attaining success in service, the task of progress of Brahmin souls, and the task of transforming any atmosphere of weakness or wastefulness. When there is the slightest upheaval due to an obstacle in service or due to souls in connection or relationship who are number wise, a complete renunciate soul considers himself to be an embodiment of unlimited support and considers it to be his responsibility to stabilize that upheaval. He experiences himself to be a constant image of support for such unlimited progress. He doesn't think that the situation is of that particular place or of that particular brother or sister. No, it is my family. I am a benevolent instrument soul. You have received the title of world benefactors, not just self benefactors or center benefactors. The weakness of others means the weakness of your family. He considers himself to be an instrument in an unlimited way. He doesn't have the consciousness of I, but of being an instrument, that is, of being an image of support for world benefit, an image of support for the unlimited task. A complete renunciate is always constant and has the awareness that this is the one task of one family. By having the awareness of just one, he becomes a number one soul. A complete renunciate soul experiences himself to be a soul who is an embodiment of the instant fruit and one who has attained the instant fruit. This means a complete renunciate soul is like an imperishable tree that is complete with all instant and practical fruit. Such a soul is constantly an embodiment of fruit. This is why he is ignorant of any temporary desire to receive the limited fruit of limited actions. He is someone whose mind is constantly healthy because of eating practical fruit. He is always healthy. He does not have any illness of the mind. He is constantly man manabhav. Have you become such complete renunciates? Keep all three specialities in front of you and ask yourself, what type of renunciate am I? How far have I reached? How many steps have I climbed? And how close have I come to the destination of becoming equal to the Father? Have you climbed all the steps, or have you only climbed a few steps? Out of the 7 days course, how many courses have you completed? In the 7 days course, Bhog is offered on the last day. Should Bap Dada offer Bhog now? All of you offer Bhog every Thursday, but Bap Dada offers the Mahabhog. The trance messengers carry Bhog to the settled region. But where does Bap Dada take Bhog? First of all, surrender yourself as Bhog. Bhog is also offered to the Father, is it not? Having made yourself into one who is constantly an embodiment of fruit, now surrender yourself, for only then will Mahabhog be offered. Having made yourself complete, offer yourself. Don't just offer physical bhog. Become a complete soul and offer yourself. Do you understand? Have you understood what more you need to do? Acha, now one more turn of meeting remains. In fact, today is the last meeting of the meeting in the corporeal form. In this way, according to the program, today is the completion ceremony of the meeting in the corporeal form. Later, we shall see what happens then. You will receive an extra bonus from the Father. However, what was the essence of these meetings that you took for yourself? Did you just hear what Baba said, or did you merge that within yourself and put it into a practical form? What particular fruit will the season of this meeting bring? What fruit will emerge from this season of meetings? There is importance of seasonal fruit, is there not? What was the fruit that emerged this season? Of course, you met Bap Dada, but to me, meet means to become equal. Therefore, you will now show Bap Dada the fruit of the determination of being constantly equal to the Father, will you not? Have you prepared such fruit? Have you prepared yourself? Or have you just listened to everything for the moment and you still have to prepare yourself? Are you just going to celebrate a meeting, or are you going to become that? Just as you come running here with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm in order to celebrate a meeting, similarly, you are also flying to become equal, are you not? You even endure so many difficulties with the facilities for coming and going. However, there is no effort required in going into the flying stage. You have made limited branches and are clutching onto them and sitting on them. Therefore now, O flying birds, let go of the branches. Even let go of the golden branches. It was a golden deer that sent Sita into the college of sorrow. The consciousness of mine, my name, my respect, my honor, my center are all golden branches. You let go of the unlimited seasonal fruit. Acha. To the elevated souls who are constantly full of practical fruit and perfect, to those who are constantly incorporeal, egoless and viceless, equal to the Father, to those who never allow any vice even to touch any of their actions, to such complete renunciate souls, to the flying birds who constantly fly in the flying stage, to such elevated souls who are equal to the Father, Bap Dada's love, remembrance and namaste.